Called him at 7:36 p.m. I remember the number. Hey, Pop. Hey, what's up, monkey man? Yes, sir. Another long pause. Hopping up. It's like, ah! Yes! Launchpad, man. My dad not only said okay, called him at 7:36 p.m. I remember the number. Hey, Pop. Hey, what's up, monkey man? So listen, can I talk to you about something? Sure. I said, Dad, I don't want to go to law school anymore. I want to go to film school. A little bead of sweat starts to go down the back of my neck. I'm like, here it comes. You want to what? I thought he was going to go into all this stuff about, like, my ass. You think I'm paying for that? You know, that can be a hobby, but that's not a drill job. I thought all this was coming. And after about a 5-second pause, he goes, I hear this. Are you sure that's what you want to do? Yes, sir. Another long pause. Then I hear, well, don't half-ass it. And I remember just beaming, hopping up. It's like, ah! Yes! Launchpad, man. My dad not only said okay, in the way he said don't half-ass it was also, okay, let's go, big boy. Own that shit. Put some leverage, get some horsepower behind where you're going. Go do it. So what did I learn from don't say can't? That if you're unable to do something, you can, even if you can't pull it off, you can go find help, which means you were just having trouble. What did I learn from getting a butt whooping for saying I hate you to my brother? Well, what I was learning is the antonyms to those words, because saying I can't, lying, and saying I hate you were bringing me pain. So the opposite must bring pleasure, right? Tell the truth, love, and believe that you can. Those were the values, how I remember them getting instilled in me. And to this day, I still have them. Trying to transfer them to my kids as well in a different way than my parents did. But I still, not even intellectually have them. They're in my being now. So the love was tough. The love was physical. We hugged 999 times more than the hands soothed much more than they hurt. 999 times out of 1,000. But we were a physical, hugging, loving family. You always went to bed with an I love you and a kiss. Even if it was ritual, which it was. Like a Sunday service. Gotta wake up. Even if I'm not listening to the damn preacher, I'm being subconsciously reminded that you should take a day out of the week to be, at the most, number 2. That you should go get humbled and say thank you to a higher power, and thank you for the things that you have in your life, and thank you for the people you have in your life, and helping those people double down on those great attributes that they have.
Don't half-ass it. As a philosophy for life, how important has that proven to be since then? Because you've remembered it, and I've heard you reference it as being important.
Look, it's become quite, and again, it's become more than intellectually important or more than something. I don't need to put it on my fridge to remind me. It has become important in relationships. It has become important in work. It has become important in self-help. It has become important for my own spirituality. It's become important for me as a father, as a husband. Relationship-wise, don't half-ass it. What that's turned into me is another sort of theory I have, and I call it own, don't rent. Going with an owner's mindset into relationships. Most relationships that we make, hire an assistant or girlfriend, boyfriend, most of them don't last the whole life. But I believe that if you go into those with the idea that I want it to be a lifer, this works out, hopefully this is forever. Usually they don't end up being that. But the owner's mentality will give you you and that person the dignity and the power to go, we can be everything we can be in this relationship. And if it doesn't work out, we say it didn't work out. Quit becoming such a repeat offender. I was sinning, which means to miss the mark, have bad aim. Literally, it comes from an archery term. To sin means to miss the mark. when you think about it like that, it becomes more practical, especially for us agnostics and stuff. I was missing the mark, and it was time for me. I didn't want to keep forgiving myself on Sunday and then repeat and do the same shit again Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and then go, oh, now I can be forgiven. I was like, no, man. Forgive me, Father. I know what I'm doing, and I'm keep doing it. Cut the shit, McConaughey. Quit giving yourself that out, that parachute, even though you may have it, even though word says grace of God will forgive you. Yeah, I needed to strong arm myself, put my damn hands on the wheel, look in the mirror and go, it's on you. Because it is. At the same time, when I came out of that, I was like, oh, those two aren't mutually exclusive, the self-reliance and belief. I heard God applauding, going, thank you. I need more like you that go, yes, I'm responsible. The choices I make today have to do with where I'll be tomorrow. Yes, they have consequences. My choices matter. Thank you. That's what I heard. But it wasn't exclusive of having faith and belief again.
What caused that period of your life in your late 20s where you started to drift? Because at that time you'd had your first success as an actor.
I think I gave myself the luxury of living that fully independent top of the penthouse. Have money. I decided to go check in at the Chateau Marmont. I laid down a $120,000 tab. Said, let me know when that's out. Me and my dog. A couple years. Bought a pair of leather pants and a motorcycle. Life. The top of the high rise with money. If you're successful, do that. I mean, I'm supposing that whether it's different words, your friend went to Christianity for a very similar reason.
Yeah.
It's like a certain amount of guilt's very healthy. It helps us, keeps us its boundaries. Without any shame, without any embarrassment, without any guilt. Tell me it's all just four-dimensional? Where's the form? Where's the art? It's four-dimensional. It has no form. You got to have gravity to have form. You got to have some resistance to have some form. You got to push off of something to go somewhere. You got to be. It's very hard when you're just floating and with no gravity and no resistance to actually pursue a North Star. You have no leverage. Mm-hmm. You're floating. Where's the art? Probably more anarchy than art. So resistance gives form. Heard great artists say this. Limitations reveal style. Resistance. Something to go, or else it's like in green lights. If life's just nothing but green lights, if you got no yellows and reds, no reasons to pause or crises that stop you, resistance? What are you just going to go in circles? Do you run out of gas and get dizzy? I don't see that. How do we evolve or devolve without resistance? Now, picking the right resistance is an art in itself. It's challenging. I've been clumsy with it in my life. Especially when I got famous and got success. And enough people telling me I love you and the caviar and the champagne. I was like, what the shit? Why me? I don't deserve any of this. What did I do? I'd fuck things up on purpose just to say, like, I trip myself running down hills so I could bloody my own nose and go, now I can feel. Okay, now my heels are on the ground. It was clumsy. So I don't think we need the kind of resistance that we create that can harm us or get in our way for getting in our way's sake, because I've come to learn, and I think we all are, no, when things are going really well, resistance is gonna come. If you have any ambition, resistance is gonna come.
What you want, and you start by sort of reframing success, which I think is a really important thing, especially for a young generation, especially for men who are, the first to want to get to the top of the pyramid in certain pursuits in life. And actually, from thinking about what your goal was of being a father and how that's a lost pursuit, if you look at, the amount of people that are having children, and I think that's a big question. And actually, that's what your writing does for me. It really confronts me in a way to go, okay, you can get to the top of the the pile, or you can get the gold medal, but be careful what that medal represents, and a medal in what.
Right.
And
what relevant for what? We all want to be relevant. Okay, like relevant for what? We want to succeed. But when we succeed, do we act? Is it worth it if we don't profit?
Yeah, you said, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If more, we're trained to go. The quantity is the goal. That's it. Well, and if that's sacrificing quality, or value, what we actually value, what are you really winning? You're winning one of the mortal games, you know. And mind you, I also think it's worth talking about, and I don't know the answers, is I'm sitting over here in a privileged place to be able to say that.
Yeah.
Someone's in misery. You want to talk to them about projecting and sacrificing today so you can have more tomorrow? Those people are looking at you going, I'm trying to pay my rent, but food on the table, bro. Lucky you, Matthew, you get to talk about that. I'm not saying that I'm changing my mind, but I am conscious, and I still have more to learn from talking with people that are going like, man, I don't have the luxury to think about tomorrow. So I think that, and what I do try to say, some version of this to my kids when we talk about their futures is, look, and I talk to a lot of young people about this. Start with, what do you have an innate ability to? What's in your DNA? You know, I wanted to play basketball for years. I wanted to dunk. It ain't my DNA, bro. I'm never going to dunk. No matter how hard I worked at it, I was never going to dunk. That's what I wanted to do. So look at, what do you have an innate ability for? I wanted to be watch Redskin running back. No, too slow and not powerful enough. Well, I didn't have the innate ability. So what do you have the innate ability for? And then what then are you willing to pursue an education for, work for, hustle for? That for which you have an innate ability for. And if we're going to talk about making a living, is that which you have an innate ability for and now have educated yourself, your talent, to have a talent for, is that, and how can that be, something that the world demands? Because it's supply and demand. Boy, you can end up doing something you got an innate ability for, plus you become really good at it, and you learn the craft, and the world demands it, and you can supply it. There you go. But we don't always. Some of us have innate ability, but we don't work for it. We don't prove our skills. We kind of rely on what we got, and it kind of become middle of the field, and sometimes I don't have the ability for it, but I'm going to learn a new craft, and I'm going to hustle at it. And then actually, when we get good at something, we kind of can start to go, oh, I didn't know I loved it. I didn't like this anymore, but I like it now. It starts to feel good to do over and over.
When your children come to you, Matthew, and ask you, they say, Dad, you know, I want to be a success in my life, defined in whatever way I define it. You've been able to climb to the very top of the mountain that you aim to climb in terms of your professional achievements. Is there anything transferable? You talked about hard work earlier, that people might miss when they see such a remarkable career. Because I look at your career journey on paper and I go, you did it, but then you did it again and again and again and again and again and again and again at the very, very highest level. And I'm like, was this natural talent? Were you given something in your DNA? And I know it's hard to sometimes sort of self-analyze, but what is it? What is that?
The decision to maybe to answer a little more of the last question, when something's not feeling like I'm completely in the pocket on it, getting it on the screws, and also maybe I am, but it's not translating. We talked about earlier, art that translates, and you hear the same thing back. You're like, that's it. That's the communication of good art. Maybe I'm feeling like I'm busting my tail at something, but I put it out there and it just goes, I don't know. Sometimes it's bad timing. Sometimes just chasing up the wrong tree there. At least maybe I chased it for me, but no one else gave a damn. That can happen. I've been fortunate to, if something's not sitting well in my soul, even if I'm pulling it off and I'm like, dude, The rom-com guy. You're the go-to guy, man. You're number one on the call sheet. You took the baton from Hugh Grant and ran. You love doing. They're fun. Geez, they pay great too. I can line them up. I was getting quantity, but I wasn't getting the quality. I was like going, kind of feel like I could do it tomorrow. And I was like, oh, nothing wrong with that. You've worked to get to that point to where you feel like you could do it tomorrow. I was like, yeah, but I don't. I need some resistance. I want to find something that scares me. Mind you, at that time, I've fallen in love with Camilla and she's pregnant with our first child. What's the thing I always wanted to be in life? Father. So my life is like, oh yeah. The roof is raised and the basement is lowered and the width is wider, man. I'm feeling more, crying more, laughing louder, feeling more pain, all of it. My emotions are, life is vital. I'm going to talk about bad shit in my past in the past tense. Because that's going to block its path to prophecy. And the positive things that are working, the truths in my past, I'm going to talk about them in the present and the future tense because we're going to keep that ball going. That's going to be a verb. Let's make those a verb.
What season of life are you in now, Matthew?
Season of life. Well, the last 8 years, I've really come to love fall. I grew up, I was a summer guy. No shirt, no shoes, bright lights, extrovert, it's all good, everything. Don't bitch about no shoes because somebody out there with no feet.